back to Football Fan TV. I'm your host Byron, and I'm here with David today. David, how is your day going?
My day's going well. I love the weather today. It's a bit cooler and chilly. Yeah, it gives you that fall feeling. It's coming.
The fall or the football feeling?
Fall and football feeling. The feeling that sports is back.
Yes, sports is back. So speaking about sports, Premier League started today. What have you made of basically the games that have been played so far?
At first, looking at the Fulham Arsenal game, that was the first game of the season. I would say, first of all, I would commend Arteta. Arteta has changed the mentality of this team. If you've noticed the way they played, in 6 months, Arteta has made Arsenal play better than the time when Emery was manager. So the mentality has changed. Even when they were winning, they were still pressing, for 90 minutes, trying hard to win the ball back with Fulham, who was trying. Fulham was more of a possessive team, but with no cutting edge. So I think Arteta's changed the mentality of this team, and which is quite interesting to see this season.
I see. So should we read too much into this performance, or some people will look at it and say, well, it's only Fulham, they just came back to the Premier League. Should we be looking into read too much into this performance? Should we expect big things?
Well, it is a yes and no for me. But still, you can't say that Arteta beat the best two teams to win a trophy. That is Manchester City and Arsenal. Man City, and Liverpool. Liverpool yes. As well, yes, to win 2 trophies. So I cannot, in my own opinion, I cannot be there basing that maybe they are better or not. To me, they are better, and they are playing better football. They are playing as a unit, which Arsenal didn't in the last few years. They are so disjointed. So it is an interesting thing to look at. And if you look at the way he's playing, he seems to have a system now. To him, 3 at the back is quite important. If you've noticed, he seems to have confidence in having three defenders, 3 center backs at the back, and wing backs, and midfielders and strikers. It shows that he's getting to a system where he feels like 3 defenders give him that comfort.
I see. So, speaking about defense, what did you make of Gabriels' performance today?
Well, I was quite impressed. He had Gabriel touch the ball almost 115 times. He had over 100 passes. He had 95% completion in his passing. He had 3 clearances, very important clearances. And he was commanding the back 4, confident on the ball for a player who hasn't played for over 6 months since Ligue was suspended due to the pandemic. It shows that he's quite a quality player, in my view. And he had a goal. Quite interesting.
Talk about a perfect debut. I think so many players would dream of having a debut like that, putting in a star performance, and then even scoring a goal. So, do you think that he'll be able to make the cut in the Premier League? I mean, this is just his first game, but do you think he'll be able to make the cut from what you've seen so far?
Well, I can't put too much to it because really, what was the scoring threat for Fulham? But next weekend, since they have a big game coming up, we will be able to see how good they are, how good he is. That's if he's to play, because you never know. David Luiz may be back and maybe put him back in there, but let's see. But with this performance, I don't think Arteta should drop him.
I see.
Yes.
And what did you make of Willian? His debut, he created 2 chances.
Yeah, created 2 chances. Willian, like I told you in our preview game, in my own opinion, I knew he was going to start because of his experience. And of course, Pepe. People say Pepe is a better player, but Willian is an old school. He's been there, he's done it all, and he knows the Premier League in and out. And what else would you want to make a statement in your first game of the season and playing a person who knows the league that well? So I was quite impressed with Arsenal and the way they played. And of course, it's just Fulham. I don't want to put too much into it. In the coming games coming up, we should know better on how they've performed and on how this performance means to us. And I think we'll be able to see more on Arsenal to judge them better when they get to play the big boys, and they're playing 2 of them in the coming 2 weeks. So what an interesting one.
We'll see what happens. So I want to get your ideas on like what you think about Mikel's decision to go with Bernard Leno instead of Martinez.
Oh yeah, by the way, the news coming to us at our desk is that Martinez is moving to Aston Villa. He spent the morning in Birmingham completing his medical. So he's moving to Aston Villa at a reported fee of £20 million. So to me, that is a total mistake. Because I think we saw what he can do for a player who has been on the bench for that long and then come in for 7 games and do that well. The statistics show that he had an 85% save rate, the best in the season. Wow, for 7 games. Oh, that was an interesting decision by Arteta to let him go. But I think he demanded it. He wanted Arteta to give him that assurance if he's going to play or he's just going to be a number 2. And to him, he felt like he had been in Arsenal for so long, over 10 years. He felt like it was time for him to.
I mean, from my point of view, I think like both Arsenal's goalkeepers are very good, but like Arteta had to make a decision, and because he's paid the kind of money that he's paid, he's paid to make big decisions. So I think time will tell if this was the right decision or the wrong decision for
the only issue is that right now, who will give Leno pressure? Who will put him on pressure to perform? That is the only. Now I think Leno hearing this news will be like, oh, calm down, I'm number 1 now.
Now I should relax.
Now I should relax and just do my thing. It's more of a situation like the way you see it at Manchester United with De Gea. But now with Henderson there, De Gea, trust me, he's going to come all blazing because he knows any one mistake is out.
Well, the problem with that kind of setup is that if you have a player like specifically goalkeepers, like if you have a goalkeeper and like another star goalkeeper on the bench, when this goalkeeper makes a mistake, they'll put all the cameras on Henderson. And like whatever mistake De Gea makes, they'll put the cameras on Henderson, trying to like force Solskjaer into like making a decision. And that's problematic because it undermines the confidence of the goalkeeper in goal. And goalkeepers can only perform if they have confidence that they can be able to do that job. So I think it's a tricky decision for United to bring back Henderson. But yeah, we'll see how that plans out, basically.
If you've noticed, not far away, in around 2005, 2004, Manchester United had Roy Carroll and Fabian Barthez. And it reached at a certain point when Fabian Barthez started making mistakes. The pressure Roy Carroll put on him to get into that number 1 slot, that is the type of competitiveness that is needed at the top best. It's the same thing as when you saw at Man City when they didn't have Ederson. They had I've forgotten the name of that keeper who was coming from Barcelona.
Bravo.
Yes,
Bravo.
Claudio Bravo. He was never good at the ball. And another thing I noticed, Martinez is better with the ball, better. So if Arsenal, the way they play from the back, that means Leno has to improve that. And if you've noticed last season, it cost Arsenal a few goals.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's something that Leno needs to work on. So that's something that they're going to miss now, since with the way Arteta wants to play. So I think competitiveness in any position is good, but we all don't know what was in Arteta's mind when making that decision. So we're not managers.
Well, it's not like Leno is a bad goalkeeper. Leno was actually a very good goalkeeper. And he got Arsenal out of jail so many times last season. So I don't think it was a bad decision, but time will tell.
Time will tell.